There's only 2 cables in the box. One's power, which ties in, simple. The lights, as soon as you plug this board in, this board runs the lights, even though you can run it upstairs, so you get some basic lights. As soon as this is on, this takes priority over everything, okay? There's only 1 cable in here, this one. It only fits in 1 slot.
Okay.
You can put it in, well, you can't even put it in backwards. You think you can, but you really can't. Because this is the only side that fits in this side. And then there's a box up here that the light board goes into.
Okay.
Now, if you want to run the light board from the back of the house, you can. You can actually, there's a little pigtail there hanging out. You can plug that in the box and go way back there and plug this in, so you can be at the back of the house and run the lights.
Okay.
And sound too. So
What's
if you had a really
preferable,
large,
do you think?
you know, for 1 act, well, you can go in the back of the house, especially if you're going to have all the high school in here watching it. I mean, or we can do it right here. We've done sound and lights right here before too.
Okay.
Either one.
It seems easier than hauling everything back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, you probably have a table up here. We'll bring the soundboard out when you do that stuff. Not that you're going to have sound. I don't know if you're going to.
Yeah, we've got a lot of sound.
Okay. Then, you know, we'll have to set up for that.
Okay.
Okay. So it's super simple to set up. Okay. Shut it off.
There's a lot of buttons.
It's not even that.
Okay.
Okay, power. Should look like that when you're ready. Okay? You really only need to know a few buttons. So we're going to start with, here's your master.
Okay.
Okay, so this will, no matter what lights you have on, this determines if they're on or off. Okay, so you can shut down, anything you do, you can always shut down the master and it'll shut down all the lights. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on for right now. Notice when you shut it down too, you have a blackout light, so if you just want it to go dark in an instant, it'll just be off.
Okay.
Okay, versus a fade out.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to leave the master on. Never use the crossfaders.
Okay.
I've never used that. Really, the only thing I'll use is these 3 buttons and these. Okay? So, 1 through 48 is the stage lights inside the stage. There's 8 lights up there.
Okay.
LEDs, so they do every color imaginable. So I'm going to pick the one that's right on top. There's 4 in back and 4 in front. This is the back of the stage. This is the front of the stage.
Okay.
They're laid out logically. So you have 4 lights. 1 left light, left center, right. Same thing.
Okay.
So as long as you don't move them where they're at. Well, actually the light's smart. So if you move the light, it'll just follow it. It doesn't care where it's plugged in.
Okay.
So each control has 6 controls to it, each light.
Okay.
Okay, first one, I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah.
Okay, light's on, but there's no light coming out of it yet because we haven't picked a color. So the first one is the light's on. Second one should be, I got the right one. Oh no, I'm on the wrong set. Let me back up. 1 through 48 is these lights. Okay, so now look above your head. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Those are real simple.
Yeah.
Okay? You just have to remember to skip the 2 in the middle. You can put 2 more appliances up there, so that's why I left them, but we don't have them in there. So again, that's your choice. You can put gels in them if you ever wanted gels. You can do, we don't have a lot, but you can do color lights out there.
Okay.
So if you want them to do halfway, you can go halfway, you know, to whatever light value you want. And if you had them all the way up, you can still go to the master and shut them down and turn them back on.
In case someone faints, like last
In case
year.
someone, yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you want, they're kind of orientated. You notice that the far right ones over there are kind of right center stage. Okay, and then you have the next set go clear to stage left. They kind of shoot across the stage. One set, that set right there that's coming on off shoots across the stage.
Okay.
Okay, and this set kind of shoots center. That's set up there, and then your far set is in your left. Okay, makes sense? Yeah. You'll see it when you get up there, you can tell. All right, so now, those are your off-stage lights. So now we'll shut them off, and we'll will go to 49 through 96. Now this is where the backlight is, so ignore everything I told you before.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll turn it on, and now we can turn on a red light. Oh, where are you at? And, like, we covered it up.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to the front. Let me see it. There it is. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 appliances, 6 selectors again for that light. You can kind of see the red light in there. Okay, this selector will turn your light on and off. Okay. This one will do that too, but that's only because it's a color value. So you can say, well, I don't want red, I want green, or I want purple, or I want white. Okay. You can mix the two. So that was red, that one was green. You mix the two, now I have yellow. Okay? Or I can have red and purple, or red and blue, so now I have purple. Okay? I can do a purple and white, so now I get a, so these 4 values here are just your colors. And you can pick which, and all of them, when you mix them around, you'll look at different values all the time of light that you want. Okay? The last one, so if I give them a color, we'll see if they notice that one. The last one strobes it.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay? So you take that same premise of these, you take those same 6 lights right here, you know what they're doing, and you just apply that to now front, right, middle, left, middle, left, back, left, back, middle, right, back, right. It's the same thing. Okay? Makes sense? Now, the hard part would be is if you have a scene that's all purple or whatever, you think, oh my gosh, I have a lot to switch really fast, let alone if I want to do the stage lights outside, that's a whole nother control yet. Okay, so basic controls, how you doing? Because now it's going to get confusing.
I'm already confused.
All right, the other thing you have to remember too is if you have your lights on, we'll go back to these lights again. We have this on, okay, and I switch back to the front lights, okay, those are up now. That light just stays where it is. And now I can control my front of house lights. Okay? But that light just stayed where it was, even though I can't control it because I'm not on that set. Okay, so it's gonna stay that way. Okay? If I switch back to here, now it says, oh yeah, you have values in these 3 or these 4, but now these are doing nothing. Okay, and notice these lights, even though they're on, are not doing anything up here. So if you slide them down and bring them back up, now those lights will have a value. It's not going to do anything to that light until you change it and then tell it that I want that light to do something in that row.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Usually when it does that too, is if you switch it, you can tell that, oh, that must be from the other row because they're not on. Okay? So these actually have a value yet, so I have to turn them on and turn them off to get them to clear out. Okay? So now my board's clean.
Okay.
Good. Okay?
Okay.
But you might have a scene, I'm assuming. Do you have any? I suppose it's one act. You don't have a scene.
No.
Okay? So you can just set it the way you want it and have it.
Well,
you can get it.
Kind of. Different operators on each side.
Yeah, we've got to go on and off. So what we want is
So you don't want like a dark
spotlight
side?
in the middle the whole time,
Yep.
and then a light on the right, and then the left, and back
Yep.
and forth.
Okay, so then you're gonna want to have a memory. Okay, you ready? You have a memory. Okay, you ready? Okay, so let's say that you have that spot in the middle. So we're gonna come to the front, and we're gonna say that spot in the middle is these 2 lights. Maybe just that one light and that one light. I don't know if that's the middle or not.
That's pretty good.
Maybe I want to do that one and that one. That's pretty middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the middle, if you don't have a spot, we can get a spot. Well, that's your middle light. Okay?
Okay.
So I don't want to have to go to that every time to turn it on though. And now that I have this on, I can't go to my colored lights up here.
Okay.
Okay? So what I might do is take these two lights, leave them on, and I'm going to go to memory. Because once I get the board set the way I want it, inside lights, outside lights, as soon as I have it the way I want to, I go to memory, and I can now record a memory. Okay? So I'm going to record it. The whole thing lights up like a show. Okay? I think that'll record it there, won't it, Josh?
Yep.
Okay? So now, I got to go back and take those off. Okay, so now if I go back to memory, those two lights are the only two on that memory. Okay? So then if you say, well, I want a light in the corner, then we can come back to your back lights. We say, we're going to use this back corner light.
We want that one first.
The front one?
The front right. The right side.
Right there? See it there? Or is it this one? That's the one you want. They got those switched around. Okay, see that one's in the far right? You have to play with them a little bit. Okay, so let's say that's our light right there. We want a nice blue light in the corner. Okay, and which one's, is this one in the front?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So that's my, and I may want to, you're going to have those on and off at different times?
Yes.
All right, so let's just do this one in color blue, okay? So now we can go to memory again, record memory, and we're going to make that one 3. And I'm going to come back to the front. I'm going to change that one to this one. Oh, wrong one. Got my blue light. No, blue light. Okay. Record memory 2. Okay. Now I'm going to turn my lights off. Go back to my memory. I have three memories now. Spot, left, right. So now really they only have to learn how to run 3 buttons.
Works for me.
Once you get it up, and I mean, Josh or I can help you set up, but once you get it up, then you can, you can control light here too. So if you only want it halfway, whatever color you want it, but we can control it that way. So you can, you have individual light control, but again, if you want, you can go stage black with the master.
Okay. And I suppose we could turn it on so like center stage has these lights and a light above.
You can, whatever you want that to be, then you can set a memory to be that one. So that's like
So
I
all
say
of
what
those things.
everything you
Okay.
want to be, like a scene. You just say to your light crew on your playbill, scene 1 on, off, scene 2 on, off, scene 3 on, off, scene
Okay.
4 on, off. And you
Okay.
just keep, all they have to do is slide it up, slide it down. It's the only thing they really have to do after they have it set up.
Right. Okay.
That makes
I'm gonna
sense.
get it set up.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But how would you go about like getting rid of a memory if we make a mistake?
If you have a memory, it's always going to stay in there. But if you go to your memory record, notice they're all kind
Just
of in there.
re-record
You just
over it?
record over it. You
Okay.
memory record, you just hold it for a second, and it records right over it.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Like for the dance, the spring dance comes in. Okay, when the spring dance comes in, that's what they do. They have like all the stage lights red, all the stage lights purple, green, blue. So then they know, oh, this is they're in blue outfits. Zoop, they throw the blue light on. And just all go blue.
Okay.
That's all they do.
Okay.
Yeah. Have to go to the back. Yeah. So, yeah, you want to play with them a little bit and just see if you can. You really can. I wouldn't do memories yet, but I'd just see if you could play with it enough to where you get comfortable with it.
Right.
And the big thing is just remembering your outside lights, inside lights.
Okay.
Just which one do you want? You can just play with light for a while, see what you want. Because all these have a variance, so you can just start making color.
Okay.
Are you awake yet?
I'm surprised how little they read.
Wando, are you awake? Are you awake? So yeah.
All right, very good.
So that's a 6. When you're done, just press power, abort or confirm. That's these 2 buttons here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna confirm. Shuts off.
All right. What do we do with this when we're done playing
Take
with
the
it?
cords off. Okay. You gotta press the button to get this one out.
Okay.
Comes out. Wrap it up. Put it in the box. Gotta unscrew this one to get it out. Take that and I'd take the extension cord. Put it in the box. There's 2 pink little foam things that go on both sides, so it sits in the box well. Close the box, and I don't know, you don't have a
Keep it
key
in
to
the
it,
room.
but usually we store it in that little tech room right outside that door.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Thank
And
you
for
so
now,
much.
if you want to, you could probably find it. I'd make sure it's in the box, but if there's a place in back there, you can set it where the ball's not going to hit it or something for now.
Okay.
That's probably fine.